Hello, Jonas.
Hello, Jonas here. Feeling good today.
Great,
How about
great,
that?
great. I think we got matching volumes. We have clarity on the call. I think we're good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So welcome, Jonas, once again for a second time on El Chalan radio spot. Of course, as Acers, we're always thrilled to have Jonas come and share with us, and of course, it's very, very special that Jonas would like to hang out and contribute to commentary and hang out with all the lovers of the music of Ace of Base. And all the amazing work that you've done throughout the years still pays off and still is exciting.
Thank you, and I hope I can share some interesting stories also from these remixes and so on.
Yes, we are excited to hear what you wanted to share with the with the six remixes you've selected to share with us, and just the anecdotes, and it's going to be awesome, Jonas.
Thank you.
So tell me, just to open up here on El Chalan Radio Spot, Jonas, what are your initial thoughts, or what would you like to say about the endless, amazing remix work that has been done to your work as Ace of Base?
I think it's interesting. It takes the music to new levels and maybe more modern levels sometimes, and it keeps the music alive in a way. And I think it's interesting. Not all of the remixes are my cup of tea, but most of them are.
That's really wonderful. Of course, I've had the privilege to hanging out with you lightly and chat and sharing some music, and I see what are those sounds that Jonas loves. It's been fascinating, and I want to thank you, of course, for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Jonas, so for example, we saw the amazing sound that Ace of Base brought in the project The Golden Ratio, like a more modernized sound. Can you tell me a little bit of how Jonas' thought process was?
I think Red One and so on was one of the inspirations for that album, to make it sound a little bit like that, and Lady Gaga and so on, and to make it a bit more melodic but still have that kind of sound to it. I'm 70% happy with that album. I think that it is some of the songs were a bit too busy, and I would like to have on some of the songs lower tempo, listening to them afterwards. But many of the songs are good, I think.
One of the questions that comes to mind is, why was All Night Long not added to the album?
Yeah, very good question. I think maybe 3 or 4 of the songs that was not on the album should have really have been on it, like Hold Me and other songs. I think in general that me and Ulf should have been singing more, and I think that also Julia should have been singing more. And of course, the best would have been if Jenny would have been singing also. And we did some recordings with her, but it was not on the album.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, we're curious what happened to Jenny's recordings of some of those amazing songs. How much of the music did she finish?
Once again.
So we know that the projects that we know that the Golden Ratio started with Jenny recording. How many of the songs did she record? Do you know?
The idea was to have Julia and Jenny, because Julia was kind of a bit younger than Jenny, and they wanted us to be 4, and they waited very long for that album, the record company, but we couldn't deliver, and it didn't work out for many reasons.
Yeah. Well, I totally understand. I mean, even the age difference would be the biggest aspect of having Jenny sing with the much younger girl would be awkward.
Yeah, Clara was a bit too young, but Jenny didn't want to do it. So yeah, she wanted to write a book and do a solo album instead. So
another.
At that time we didn't know it, but then after a while we understood what happened. So yeah.
Do you want to share what happened?
I would say that Jenny and Ulf have been together many years ago, and some things is not perfect with that. You can ask ABBA, for example. So I think it's those kind of issues. Yeah.
A question that I'm curious about, just me as an Acer. So when you guys were on the third album and you guys recorded "Cruel Summer," and Arista, I guess, sent your guys' song of "Cruel Summer" to Cut Father and Joe, and that song made it onto the Flowers album as the official song, right?
Yeah, we had two versions on that "Cruel Summer" actually. One up tempo we did with Stephen Haig, and then some other guys helped us mix it and so on. And we did that with Cat Father and Joe, that slower version that is more like the original, I guess.
So, since you guys chose "Cruel Summer," the Cut Father and Joe as the original version, Cut Father and Joe...
No, it's not the original version. Bananarama has the original version.
Oh, yes, correct. I meant the version that Jenny recorded her vocals on. Is the first version of that song released after, or is it the big bonus mix?
Yeah, it's the big bonus mix. A stupid name actually, because that was recorded first. So it's not yeah. Sometimes a remix is done before. Strange.
Yes, I understand. So
we recorded that version first with Stephen Haig, and they thought it was too fast in the States, so then we recorded a more normal version, Cat Father and Joe.
And what was...
I like both actually.
Yes, and what was your reaction? Because I've read you guys jaw dropped, or you guys really, really love what Cut Father and Joe did.
Yeah, I liked it, and actually I liked it better before it was totally mixed, because they have it is a sample that it goes very slow, low in the background sometimes. Then it was all the time that sample. It was really groovy actually, but I guess it sounded more like a remix to the song. But that version was very good, and I liked also the final result, of course. But that is more polished version, so to say.
My next question would be, if Cut Father and Joe did "Cruel Summer," the version for the Flowers album, how much longer was the production of "Every Time It Rains" that Cut Father and Joe did?
I don't know anything about Every Time It Rains. I haven't been involved with that at all. So I guess you should ask David or something, because I don't. I wasn't there. I didn't like the song. I don't like the song. It killed the band kind of. So it's not my favorite song for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about it. It's just I don't like it very much.
And it was just kind of done without your involvement, really.
I haven't wrote one tone on that song.
Yeah. No.
So I don't know.
Interesting. I was just wondering if Cut Father and Joe was working on "Cruel Summer," and at the same time, not long after, started working on "Every Time It Rains." It seems like
maybe. I guess, or I'm not sure, because I was not in the studio and I don't know. I just heard afterwards what happened.
Okay, so Jonas, last question before we kick off the broadcast.
Yeah.
In your memory of Ace of Base remixes, what are some of the 5 remixers or remixes that you absolutely love what they did?
Yeah, I would say Yeah, I like that version of Lorimer with Beautiful Life very much, and one version of, I think it's Life is a Flower with me. Yeah, but with Ahmadine, I was kind of there when we recorded. So yeah, of course it's made by others also, but I was kind of involved when we did it.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, no, not 100% of course, but I listened a bit and here and there, sending back and forward and bit and so on. So,
I remember also, I was totally shocked when I heard Never Gonna Say I'm Sorry. What do you have to say about that?
You know, the Sweetbox Funky Mix. Yeah, I when I heard that the first time, I really liked it. I think it was fun and new, and I really like when you can get a crowd humming and crowd at the same time that the music is progressing. I think it's actually a very good remix, and but nowadays you can do much better things with that. If you do a remix now, maybe you have a song that is on 100 BPM. It's kind of easy in a way to make it 120 or something.
Yes.
Because there are some programs to cleaning up. I don't know what it is, but it's much easier nowadays. So that remix, that Beatbox Funky Mix, it's a bit stressy when the vocals is going on, but I think it's okay though.
Yes, and of course when they use those live claps in the live crowd, it really.
Yeah, I think it's funny. It reminds you of a club or something.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing, wonderful. I thought it was the best beach mix of Ace of Base. Well, very, very wonderful. So let's kick off the Ace of Base remix session featuring Jonas here on El Chalan Radio Spot. We'll be right back. So listen, Jonas, so here we go. We're going to hang out for the middle section and we're going to come right back in. So let's do something like this.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so we are back here on El Chalan Radio Spot with Jonas hanging out as we have already shared some of the broadcast of the remix session of Ace of Base. Of course, Jonas, we are thrilled you're hanging out here. All the Acers have been jumping off the walls in excitement and waiting to hear and hang out with the creator in so many ways of some of those songs that live forever in our hearts and our minds. Thank you so much, Jonas.
Thank you for those kind words. Yeah, I think we could talk about the Studio Decibel, DAT, kind of legendary DAT. The thing is, we'd only recorded one song in Studio Decibel, and the rest, because we were very poor, so we used the same tape recording other songs on it. But it says the Studio Decibel on that tape, and many of the older songs are from that tape. We were very poor, so that's why it says it wasn't so that we recorded them at Studio Decibel. We recorded Wheel of Fortune there. No other songs, but it says on the DAT Studio Decibel, but it doesn't have to do anything with that studio.
So tell me what makes Decibel studio recording special?
We recorded Wheel of Fortune there, and we were about to record all the songs that were later turned out to be Happy Nation, because I couldn't, in my most vivid imagination, think about singing all the tunes on that in the beginning. It sounded so strange. So we recorded only Wheel of Fortune, and that one we recorded in Stockholm in Studio Decibel. And later we took some parts from that, all the tunes, what did I say, and make it a new song, Happy Nation. Then we recorded all the songs as it should be within the pop. No strange things.
Yeah, and let me ask you a question. So, of course, you should try to sing all the songs from Happy Nation.
good luck. It feels totally strange. But it actually sounded like that, and it, wow.
That's so crazy. So,
yeah, it's crazy.
So take me a little bit through the process of All That She Wants, Jonas. I've read and heard about. We of course have Mr. Ace, the demo, before Dennis Pop took it over, and you guys are rapping all over the place. And he ended up eliminating that part, and then of course we heard that Lynn also changed the setting of the song. Initially, the song was written like I lead a lonely life. I lead a lonely life. And she said, no, I don't want it to sing about me. I want it to sing about someone else. No? Is that not true?
Maybe it could be in the process. I couldn't imagine singing all that I wanted. No, that should be strange. Maybe it was in the process somewhere. It's not true. Maybe, I don't know.
And we also heard that because of the same reason, she didn't want it to sing about herself in the first person. She wanted it to be sung in the third person. And also was a reason why she didn't want to be on the cover of it.
Actually, Lynn is not the one to be on the covers all the time, for sure. Actually, I think maybe thinking of you, that she didn't want to sing in like herself. So that we changed to when she make love to him, she was thinking. But that's another song. Maybe it's... things get twisted here, because that song was originally when I make love to him.
Yes.
You know, yeah. But then she changed to when she make love to him because it was too personal. That one she changed for sure.
Okay.
But All That She Wants, what? Maybe. I'm not sure. But it was something. Could you sing All That I Want? No, that's strange.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
So tell me how is it that Dennis Pop ends up calling you guys? Can you share a little bit of that story with us? Dennis Pop ends up calling you guys from having his tape. What did he tell you?
Actually, we talked about DMP7. We had two of them, Yamaha mixing tables with digital, you know. He was very impressed with that, and we talked about that a lot. And then he said that he liked two songs. That song, Mr. Ace, and that, what was that name again?
There was a second song he wanted.
Oh, will someone tell me why? Everything for a clue.
You know that
actually,
too.
he asked us, should we record that one, or should we record Mr. Ace?
Which ones?
And that music, take the leave. What's that song called again? Oh, but actually he asked us that one he liked. Should we record that one? Because he wanted to do kind of a real up-tempo song, like and or Mr. Ace. And we said that maybe Mr. Ace, and then he said okay. And we recorded it. He liked some of the drums. He changed them. He didn't like the rap, for sure. And we took most of it out. And then we were done. It was me and Ulf and Lynn, or Malin. Jenny was not there. And then the day after we did a Bangra version and Madness version. Bangra is kind of, it's a word that then it's said, kind of Arabic, Indian or something, Bangra style. And I said that, why don't we try that Fate Grey chord? You know, and we did it, and it worked very good with the vocals, and then Danny said we must have some up-tempo version. So we actually, the same day we did Madness version, because it's kind of madness to do such a tempo change. And that one we recorded with Lynn again. It was the day after. Actually, we were very productive, and afterwards, me and Dennis always sat with we recorded a lot of parts for extended version. We can sit and play, and we recorded the song from the beginning, but maybe took out the chords or the bass drum and so on, and then we used all our hands, and maybe sometimes we asked some other people to mute a special part to make sounds, bits for 12-inch version. I hope you understand what I mean. So actually, with our hands, we cannot just push, took away all the bass drum, snare drum, the chords. We just had the stab and maybe the vocals, and then we pushed boom, so it started. Physical with your hands, And after 20 seconds, we pushed off the channel, so it wasn't recorded, and then we got a lot of bits, parts, so we could do an extended version with. We tried different intros, different outros, and he said also we had to have some parts where they can mix in and mix out. It was actually very much fun to do those extended parts. I hope you understand what I mean. So you actually use your fingers to open and close channels to make it try different things on the song.
Wow, that's so
and
fascinating.
Then we cut together the single version from those bits and put it together with the Berggren version to make the 12-inch. I think that is one of the best. What do you say? Mixes or remixes or whatever you say. I think it's so interesting to hear still. You start with a normal song, kind of, and then you go into some Indian style. I think it's still funny and interesting to listen to, actually.
I totally see that, and of course, we also see that in the production of the 12th mix of Happy Nation when we get those extra ad-libs, the opening ad-libs for the 12th mix of Happy Nation from Lynn.
Traveling in time.
Yeah. That is kind of folklore, and I said that, can you sing that? Da, 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 da. But there is something called joik in Sweden. I wouldn't say it's joik, but do you say folklore? It's a kind of traditional Swedish way of singing. You say folklore, and she recorded it, and it. I think it sounds fantastic, actually. I think that is the best part Lynn has sung ever, to be honest.
Yes,
she had the perfect voice to sing that.
It's magical.
So good, vocal. I think it's maybe her best recording.
Very, very.
Maybe.
It's very beautiful, effective. She sounds timeless, beautiful.
Yeah, I think so too. And the thing is, I wouldn't say that I sing that the same way as she is singing, for sure not. But we have the same twist in our voice, so it's very easy for me to explain to Lynn. And then she just sings it. I have the same with my daughter Julia, actually. When I sing to her, she sings exactly the same. So we don't have the same voice, but we have the same bending of the voice. I don't know. It's too difficult to explain in English, but it's how you sing it, how your voice bends, kind of.
Yes, and I understand.
So I would say that me and Lynn, we don't have the same voice for sure, but we say the same bends in the voice. And actually, my daughter Julia has the same. She sings very much like Lynn, actually.
That's very, very
wonderful.
Very beautiful.
She likes it sometimes, but not always.
That's very, very beautiful, Jonas. Of course, we can tell that the chemistry between you and your sister, Malin, were just the way you guys, as siblings, were able to work so effectively together. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's very easy to record with Marlin because we have the same kind of head pitch or bending of the voice. With Jenny, it was totally different. With Lynn, it was very easy when she learned it, when she understood it. Jenny was very easy to try to explain how to sing something, remember it, but then after a while she lost it. But Lynn has kind of when she knew how to kind of sing what she should sing there and on, she remembered it. She was slow to record, but then she remembered. Jenny was totally the opposite, fast to record, but we had to record kind of right away because after a while she forgot it, and we have to sit back again because we don't have the same whatever you say in English, how you twist the voice and so on.
It's just the same.
Interesting.
Maybe the same, vocal memory.
Maybe you should say vocal memory. I think it's interesting because Jenny was fast to record with, but then she, if you see what I mean, forgot how she sang it after maybe half an hour, and we have to try to rehearse it again. Lynn was maybe took some time before she really got into it, but then she totally remembered it. And the day after, totally like beautiful.
Very, very wonderful. Let me ask you a question, Jonas. How was it working with Ulf?
With Ulf?
So there are rumors that when you guys worked on the Bridge album, the second album, that you didn't get to work much with Ulf for some reason. He did his own work on the tracks. You did your work, and did you guys not work together for the Bridge?
No, I wouldn't say we recorded much together. Maybe something. And also, the thing was that both Ulf and Jenny and Lynn wanted to record their own songs. So they had to kind of three each. It was not the perfect, maybe for the record company, because we had to record many songs. But they wanted to record their own songs.
Yes, for sure. So, and of course, the Bridge ends up being the first album where all four members wrote music for the album, correct?
No, maybe. But they wanted to I didn't write with Ulf, for sure. I didn't write with Jenny and not with Lynn. They wanted to record their own songs.
And how did you feel about that?
That's how. What?
How did you feel about everyone wanting to record their own music?
I've said it sometimes, and actually I said it to the others in the band also. They're not too happy with it, but the record company said that why don't you record all the songs, Jonas, and Lynn sing all of them, and then Ulf and Jenny can do some parts here and there, But they were not happy with that at all. So they wanted to have their own songs, and
yeah, that's
what should I say?
That's what you have to do when you're four amazingly talented musicians.
They insisted to write their own songs, so so that's what happened. But it also we ended up with a long album. It took very long time before we could release the album. So
very, very wonderful.
That was that.
Very, very wonderful. Okay, well, I'm gonna finish this little section, then we're gonna come in and close the show. So anyways, we return here to the Ace of Base remix session on El Chalan Radio Spot. and we are back here on El Chalan Radio Spot to close the Ace of Base session. It's been such an amazing blast. The excitement is just amazing, and but we owe it all to the amazing, in so many ways, to Mr. Pop Royalty Jonas Berggren. Ow!
Ow! You're flattering me.
Yes, it's incredible. You have to, Jonas, because no one can do. I mean, you've done what the masterminds of pop music have done. Music has come to you, and you've been so faithful in developing it and bringing it to us of what your mind and what your spirit, or however the music has come across into you and brought it into our lives and lives as precious memories.
Thank you very much.
So tell us, do you still write
music? What should I say after that?
So tell us, Jonas.
Here.
Jonas did the same thing. The ABBA writers did exactly the same thing. I'm sorry, they are pop geniuses. So let me ask you, Jonas. Do you still write music, and how often do you still write music?
Actually, during the pandemic, I've been more active than I've been in maybe 25 years or something. So I've recorded some songs with my daughter Julia and with my friend Jonas. He's very good, actually. So I've had a lot of time because of the pandemic to record and to produce a bit and mix, and so we are working with maybe 20 songs. We have some from before also, but I would say that maybe I write a song every fortnight, maybe that I like.
That's a lot of music.
Yeah, so I don't have time to record them because recording them takes much longer time, especially mixing and producing. I wouldn't say I'm not the best producer in the world or mixer or whatever in the world, but
and how do you record
them? They sound very good, actually.
And do you save them somewhere? How are you capturing these?
I have them on my computer, and so I wish I could play some songs, but normally they end up on YouTube or something. Then
I know. But
maybe not.
But they love everything you do.
Yeah.
So another thing, Jonas, before we close here, tell us a little bit, perhaps, maybe you don't even know yet, but do you know of what are some of the prospects for your daughter's work that she's doing, and what will she release an album? What are your intentions? Do you know yet?
My daughter Julia, she sings very good, and she would like to be an artist, and we have shown her voice and songs to some people, and they are very interested. But maybe we should record some more songs first. But I guess that she will be kind of in the project that me and Jonas is doing, because she's singing many of the songs together with us, and it's a variation from reggae to up tempo to a bit rock, pop rock, like in Wild maybe. Different styles, but not like Ace of Base, but it's fine together with the vocals. Ace of Base, we had many kind of music, but it was the common ground that was the girls' most voices, bound them together to make an artist kind of. I hope you understand what I mean. But when we did the first album, many people say that we invented pop reggae. I wouldn't say that, but I think what we invented, that we can have different styles on an album and still be an artist. But when we were in Stockholm, and showed our music to record companies who were, for example, at Polar. And then we showed that, Wheel of Fortune and Mr. Ace, it was called them. And they say that, maybe if you do 10 songs like that or better, maybe you can be a reggae artist. And they say to us that it's difficult to write 10 of those songs, and we didn't want to be a reggae artist only. And it was very much like that in those days. So I would say that we were the first band kind of having different styles on an album, and also some instrumental things on the album. It wasn't very much, it wasn't often that before. But nowadays you can have a country song, you can have a R&B song, a pop song, whatever on an album. But then it was, for example, were a rock artist. You can have some up-tempo rock songs, maybe one ballad. That was all. You couldn't have different instruments. You couldn't have funk or soul in between it. It was very much separate.
And
and I think that we did.
Yes, that was magical and amazing. Your fans love that you didn't just do one style. We had 5 styles of an album in instrumentals, reggae, and dance music from Ace of Base.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's the best part for sure. Now let me ask you, Jonas, since we are here with all the Acers, and all the Acers, they're wondering, would Jonas at some point consider doing or sharing with us a little bit more as he did for the Ace Thursdays, organizing maybe a show, 4 months, 5 months from now, and just say, hey, we're gonna have we'll have a new name. If not, we just do Ace Thursdays, where Jonas comes and shares some 15 files of rarities that is not from the stuff we've never heard, that he would love to share of Ace of Base. How does Jonas feel about something like that?
I wouldn't mind, but the thing is, I have them on such strange formats, so it will be very much problematic to get them. I don't even, for example, cassette tapes that run some double speed. I don't know even what they're called,
And what about? But what about getting getting an engineer to say, listen, I need you to come pick these up, and I need you to get me the files on this.
Yeah. But I can't hear on those. If I play that song, it sounds like Donald Duck, very, very fast, because the tape going is so fast, or so slow, or whatever you say, I don't know what is even called. It is kind of a cassette band, cassette, and it is especially a recorder with a different tempo. Then you have 8 channels. that, with vocals on, and I have on hard drives, and it's difficult to get them out. The ones that is most easy to get out, I have kind of let people hear. I think maybe there are some more easy to find.
Cool. I mean, we would do one of these every once in a while, and get to hear some of those rarities.
We have one song, "Man Behind the Mask," the real version, not the strange version that is out there. It's a up-tempo pop rock, very good song. The record company have heard it, so actually I found that, and so that could be something maybe, or to have on special release somewhere, or
yes, you were.
Who knows? But that song people should hear sometime.
For sure, and you were telling me about some of your future ideas of possibly releasing an album that includes some rearranged music, like My Deja Vu and different stuff that you wanted to rearrange, correct?
Yeah, that would be. I talked to a record company about maybe take some songs and maybe change them around, maybe add a new part here and there. For example, My Deja Vu could be so much better than it is now, because it's kind of random how it starts with a thing and it jumps here and there, and oof. But many songs, and maybe record maybe a new part in between. It kind of taking big samples of ourselves and make new music kind of, or new versions with it. I talked with Ulf also, but it was a long time ago, about that, and he also said it could be a good idea, but
well, we would love.
Let's see what happens. That would be fun actually, because some of the versions, listen to them now, it's kind of too busy in a way. I would like to have more instrumental parts in between, maybe record some vocals and more also. That could be funny.
Yeah, that we will.
I don't know. Has anybody done that?
Well, we would love that.
Sample themselves and kind of maybe use 70% old stuff and 30% new. Has anybody done that?
I mean, sure. Yes, they have. I mean, even you guys on the Hidden Gems shared, 6 releases that were already B-sides, and then shared new material. But actually take songs from us that is released on whatever B-side or and make them better. Yes, and then some artists do like an updated version. Like, for example, Lara Pausini ends up re-releasing.
But then they just take the vocals and then do some random things. But actually they take parts, and play around with them, and maybe the chorus is perfect as it is, but the verse could be better, or it's too long, or whatever, and add some songs and add some sounds and maybe a bass line. And
yes, we would dig
I'm not
all
sure.
that.
I guess somebody has done that, but normally they just take out the vocals and then they'll remix, and that's not fun. It should be kind of the music parts as well, I think.
Yes. I think even just a new arrangement that would give the song a feel that Jonas would be happy with, we would love to see that.
Yeah, it could be interesting, actually. Yeah, I've been babbling a lot now. Living Danger, that version was, original remix or whatever remix, or we did some different versions of it, both ourselves and others. This one we have done ourselves, me and Ulf, and everything. I think the intro, that pad, da 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 da. Actually, I talked to Lynn the other day. We don't talk so much about music, but she said that intro part, that pad, is maybe the most beautiful part she have heard. I was very happy to hear that, and I was very surprised that she mentioned it, but I really liked it. I really like it. I think we struggled a bit on this version. What should be the lyric, the chorus lyrics? I guess that one was better, but I think as a song, this original remix, or the remix, or whatever you say, I think is as good as Living in Danger on the album, I would say. So when we recorded Wheel of Fortune in the studio Decibel in Stockholm, we got a groove together with producers, and we took some part of that groove and made we did two remixes. I think people have heard one of them. I guess the other one is on YouTube only. I think they are very good or beautiful, and it's a bit industrial, and we did them also on our first concerts in Denmark. We have them as an extra number. That Wheel of Fortune remix. And we played some things on top of them as well. And people really liked it. It's kind of, I think it's interesting or groovy, or whatever you say. Then you can always talk about if it's good or bad, but I like it still, actually. And I like it a lot, and I know that Ulf likes it also. Or he liked it anyway. Thank you.
Tic-tac talking to you today. Tic-tac talking to you today.
And what I'll say is, I think our version there summits the song better than the song on the first album, would I say. It's a bit French, kind of. You get that a bit moody and not so much vocals all the time. Actually, in the end, maybe last 30 seconds, we used that as a jingle also, me and Ulf. We were asked to do a jingle for something. I'm not sure if it's recorded or saved, but I have that jingle somewhere. It's based on that outro on that song. I think the version we have on the album, would I say, it's not my cup of tea. It's too stressy. It doesn't sound good enough or fun enough. It sounds like it's okay, kind of. That's what I think. It's a bit too jazzy. It should be more moody, I think. Jazzy could be moody, but I think it's wrong jazz sound, whatever you say. Yeah, it's different. People have different taste. Yeah.
Someone in this room is the right one for me, but who can it be that I cannot see? I'm biding my time while drinking my wine.
Yeah, originally it was only Julia and me, actually. Then on the album it's another cup of tea. But I think the original, we have much about Copan Young, Full Moon Party, Come Undone, kind of. I think it was, that version is very nice, I think. And it's a lot bit too long, though. But I liked it, the version. And also, in vino veritas, in the wine, it's the truth, kind of, you know. I think it's a good version. A bit too long, though, but yeah. I hope you understand that the girls and Ulf wanted to write their own songs and blah blah. It was kind of difficult because the record company wanted me to write the songs and me to sing it. You know, and that was actually I've said it sometimes, but they were not very happy to hear that. For sure.
For sure, and then
what do you do then? You know, kind of. Janet wrote music all the time. But I think the record companies must choose the best songs. They've been both writing music for a long, long time now. Since Emmanuel, you know, that's many, many years ago.
Well, just know, Jonas, that if your daughter ever released an album of 10 songs written by Jonas, it would sell worldwide.
I hope so. I think it would be a combination, though, but...
Yes,
me and my friend Jonas and her, kind of.
Well, we would have.
Actually, some of the songs, it sounds a bit like.
Well, you shared with me.
No doubt, Tim Wild, pop reggae, that video.
But of course, eventually you'll want to record a whole album just with her beautiful voice and launch her as a star. And if she can get Jonas to write that music and her to sing it, woo, it will blow a hole in the world.
You know, my daughter Julia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eventually, if
she likes rap music more than I do.
I know she'll have
That's
to get
the
some
problem.
rapper. You'll have to get a rapper in there somewhere.
Yeah. Nobody's perfect.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But hey, Jonas
Yeah.
and Ovo rappers.
Let's see what happens. But I guess we will release it on Spotify or something.
Yeah, it would be amazing. Of course, Jonas and Ulf were rappers when they were her age. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jonas. We'll be in touch. I
Okay.
love everything.
Cool.
So Jonas, I just want to thank you for coming here on El Chalan Radio Spot. It's such a pleasure. I never thought that me building a website and chasing all the music of Ace of Base worldwide, building a chat for the Acers and would all come together, that I would become friends with Mr. Jonas Berggren. I'm just so humbled and so thankful that you would be so kind to us and share the Ace of Base journey with some of us, that to get to know you a little better as time allows.
Yeah, thank you very much. Feels very good to be here and talk with you and explain some things maybe, and talk more about things, and tell me how it was back in the days.
For sure. And then can you say something to all the Acers listening? What do you want to tell them?
All of the Acers in the world, I'm very happy that you are there and supporting us, even though we are strange sometimes. And I wish you a very wonderful music life.
Awesome. Of course, we have other shows possibly in the works with Jonas, and we will be back with some more amazing ideas as time allows. And anyways, we just want to thank Jonas for his generosity of his time and his talent, and we just love you, Jonas. Thank you so much. Here from myself, Richie, and all the El Chalan listeners abroad and all the Acers everywhere, we love you, Jonas.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that'll be it.